a survey conducted in December of 2020, professional services firms reported that 76% of their employees were experiencing burnout. Compare this to a pre-COVID survey where that number was 50%, still very high. What is this burnout costing you? People are leaving, they're underperforming. This is the Great Resignation. In fact, research showed that the cost of replacing one employee ranged anywhere between $200,000 and $500,000 per employee, depending on the level, the experience, and the expertise of the individual. That includes retaining a search firm, onboarding costs, and the costs that it takes to get that person up to the level where their predecessor had been. All because of burnout. So what does burnout look like for you and in your employees? There are 3 things that are key signs that your employees are experiencing burnout or approaching a level of being burnt out. First is an obvious one. You notice a decrease in their performance. Either it's taking them longer to finish projects and tasks, or the quality of their work has decreased. Secondly, you may notice some mood swings, that you never know who's going to show up in a meeting or a conversation. And finally, you may notice a certain increase in cynicism and negativity, something you may have not noticed previously. Through my research and through my experience in working throughout professional services firms around North America, I have seen that people who are in low control of their role, of their tasks, tend to experience burnout even more. They tend to not feel a sense of accomplishment in their role and the tasks they are completing. And they often are in roles where there is repetition. So there's a mundaneness to their tasks, and they maybe focus on 1 or 2 things over and over and over again. But that's not exclusive. I am seeing burnout in all levels of organizations. People who deal with conflict on a regular basis. People who have to have difficult conversations over and over again. People who are constantly feeling that they have to give critical feedback. That tends to burn people out. So what can you do as a leader in your organization, on your team? Here are 3 recommendations I have. 1 is to truly understand your teammates and your employees' current reality. Don't make assumptions that you know how they're feeling or what their setup or how their family life or roommate situation is. Talk, ask clarifying questions. My favorite question to ask is, what is the real challenge here for you? And then ask them how you can help them. Deliver on what you have heard. Tell them that you're going to try to help. You can't solve everything, but you're really going to make an effort to help them. Secondly, be clear around the expectations for returning to the office. You may have a firm-wide or organization-wide mandate, but allow the teams to determine what it looks like for them. So as an organization, you may say that everyone needs to be back in the office 1 or 2 days a week. Allow the teams to determine which day of the week it is and what that day looks like for them. I recommend it includes collaboration and not just sitting in their offices on other Zoom or WebEx or Teams calls. Thirdly, I encourage you to ask for your employees' opinions. Ask them to think boldly, to think forward to what the firm or your organization looks like a year from now, 5 years from now. You are at a real inflection point in your culture, in your firm. What can you do differently to make your organization the place where people want to land. If you're not sure what to do about this, I encourage you to reach out, find a time for us to talk, and learn more about the Reignite program, a professional development and training program for your leaders to help them figure out how to lead, how to change how they lead in this hybrid environment as we all return to office.